Welcome everyone to Vested Interests. This is Shane back again for another stock pick of the day. Today we are going to cover a Warren Buffett approved stock. It is a REIT, Store Capital, one of the only REITs, if not the only REIT Warren Buffett has in his portfolio. Let's jump right in. So Store Capital is an Store Capital is an internally managed net lease real estate investment trust, or REIT, that is a leader in the acquisition, investment, and management of single tenant operational real estate. So that's where the name comes from, S-T-O-R-E, Store, single tenant operational real estate or store properties, which is our target market and the inspiration for our name. We are one of the largest and fastest growing net lease REITs and own a large, well-diversified portfolio that consists of investments in 2,965 property locations, or $11.2 billion in gross investment dollars as of March 31st, 2022. We estimate the market for store properties to be approximately $3.9 trillion in market size and to include over 2 million properties. So Store Capital is a pretty large REIT, do focus on single tenant operational real estate, and they do not only buy their own real estate, but do acquisitions of other companies as well. If you want to know more, check out www.storecapital.com. As you can see here, at the close of business on August 4th, Store Capital was down 1.9%. They closed the day out at $27.94. Store Capital, ticker STOR, as mentioned in the previous slide. It is a REIT in the real estate sector. 52-week range as low as $24.48, as high as $37.11, so definitely closer to that 52-week low. It has a market cap of $7.839 billion, a beta of 1.16, so it is more volatile than the overall market. You can see that clearly here throughout the graph. It was pretty close to $29. Looks like it started out the day $28.80, so right below $29. And then close the day like we see here at $27.94, and it looks like it's up a little bit in the after hours, at least currently whenever I pulled this data. Has a PE ratio of 25.4. Again, REITs, you don't really want to focus on the PE ratio. You want to get into their financials and see where they're at, how much debt they have, how much profit they're bringing in. Also, since it is in the real estate sector, you want to look at their rental long-term agreements, their average occupation percentage. Are their buildings sitting empty, or are they being occupied by tenants, and what those numbers are. Also has a forward dividend of $1.54, and that's paid out quarterly, and that yield equals 5.37%, so very nice yielding REIT here. Does have an ex-dividend date. The last one was June 29th. And according to Yahoo Finance, where we pulled this information, not affiliated, just where I like to pull some data, they have a one-year target of $30.77. So it speaks to a little bit of upside appreciation, at least according to Yahoo Finance, from where it currently sits. Now, according to stockanalysis.com and the 21 stock analysts they've had to take a look at it, it's right there at a buy, but it's really on the edge of a hold and buy. So take that for what it's worth. They have a low estimate of $25.25, which would be a 9.63% decline from where it currently sits. And obviously, we'd love to get it cheaper than where it currently sits. Anytime you can buy something cheaper, we want it. That's what we want to do. It increases our potential future returns and also increases our dividend yield. So the less you can pay, the better. They have an average target price of $31.39, which would be a 12.35% upside, and a high estimate of $38.85, which would be 39.05% upside. And while you sat and waited for it to hit that upside, you would be able to collect that 5+% dividend along the way. And again, this is brought to you by stockanalysis.com as of the close of business, August 4th. Store Capital, it is, like I said, in Warren Buffett's portfolio. It's also in my portfolio. I have a significant position here, close to 200 shares of Store Capital. Do like this REIT, love the yield on it. And again, if we could get it closer to this $25 is great, but even at $27.94, it is on the buy list for me. I'm not adding currently because there's some other positions I'm filling out currently. I'm trying to get several over 100 shares. This one being over 100 shares, I've kind of backed off a little bit, but it is one. If it happened to dip down in these 25 ranges, I would definitely add some more. And even like I said, at 27.94, it is in my buy range. So that's it for this video. I really appreciate everyone stopping by. This will be the last stock pick of the day video for the week. We are wrapping up another week, first week in August here. So I will have a video coming out on Sunday for my purchases for this week. It has been pretty green this week, so I haven't been real crazy as I have in previous weeks where I've added a significant portion, but I do have some purchases I will cover on Sunday, so look for that video. As always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Store Capital. Is it a REIT that you have in your portfolio? Is it one you're watching? Tell me about some other REITs you have. If you have some in your portfolio, I'd love to hear about them. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, suggestions for future topics, your opinions, or constructive criticism. Drop it all down below. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial securities comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a great week. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm only sharing my opinion. Investment journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk. You can lose money. You should never invest any amount and not come to lose it. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice and counsel of a certified financial advisor.